You can't handle the truth. No, 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 no. You cannot handle the truth. What is the truth? Well, according to Zig Ziglar, the truth is this: you and I will be dead a lot longer than alive. So, what are you doing while you're living? What are you doing in terms of the preparation for that eternal life while you're living? Hi, my name is Ann McNeil, and I don't think you can handle the truth. And the truth is this: we're all going to die. And not many places are discussing the fact that before we go, because you don't know when you're going to go, do your family know where your important papers are? Or have you written your obituary? Or have you made plans for that time after living? Well, I'm asking these questions because I am taking this very, 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 very personal. Because for me, I am preparing for our Think and Grow Rich annual accountability mid-year check-in that's going to take place on July the 11th, 2026, between 3 and 5 p.m. These are Ann's wonderful words of wisdom today on Wednesday. As I started preparing for Saturday, I realized I need to prepare for today's Ann's wonderful words of wisdom and talk about a subject that most of us don't want to talk about, or we don't know where to go to talk about it. Well, I am in the process of preparing my own obituary, which I review every single year. I'm also in the process of preparing my annual update for my mid-year, which I do every single year, starting in January, actually December, actually November, but it's all year long. And the way I do that, yes, 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 I do that with this McNeil Factor workbook. You see, in this workbook, we have a litany of questions for every single area of your life. And I'm encouraged by Jeffrey Gitomer, and I'm encouraged by Jeffrey Hazlett as he used my materials for his mastermind groups internationally. Why? Because this is 45 years worth of materials from experience in my life. Let me just share one experience that hits home for me right now, and then I'll let you go as a part of Ann's wonderful words of wisdom today. When I started reviewing my survey for my life, one of the questions in the survey says, do you have a will? Of course I have the will. I have 5 businesses. I need a will. I must have a will. Do you have a trust? Of course I have a trust. Where is it? Prove it, Ann McNeil. So guess what? I couldn't find my trust, and my will is in my trust. So I called my attorney. Yes. And sadly, I found out that my attorney, who handles my trust account, sold his law firm. And I have been waiting for 3 weeks, yes, to get the information from them for me. What if tomorrow comes and I'm not here? What then? Will my family know where my most important papers are? But let's make it personal to you. If you don't wake up tomorrow, do your family know where your most important papers are? I don't know. I don't know about you, but I know about me. The answer will be no for today. Because the most important paper in my life, which I did do my due diligence and I set it up years ago, and my desire is to check in on it every single year. How would I know if I did not check to find out that my law firm, who handles my estate, sold the firm? What about you? Who's handling your estate? Who's handling your trust? Who's your executor of your estate? And, people look at me and they see me the way I am today, but you don't know my story, my journey, my trials, my tribulations. And I've decided, as part of Ann's wonderful words of wisdom, that every now and then I'd share at least one. Well, you see, one of the ones which made this so very important is that I grew up in Riviera Beach in a beautiful, beautiful little home on 28th Street. My father thought his sister put his name on the deed, only to find out when he died, she had not put his name on the deed. They lived together 30 years, pay for the property. And then my aunt says to my mom, you got to pay me rent. I'm a grown adult. I'm living in Miami. She's living in Riviera Beach. My mom calls me livid. And she says to me, Can you believe this? My mom was a holiness minister. She didn't use the curse words, but she felt like it. Yes, she did. But I came and I met with my aunt and I paid my aunt rent until she died, only to find out she willed the property to somebody else. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. And my minor child. We were in probate court for 15 years. Did I say 15 years? I talked about this last night as a part of my Clarity Mastermind and realized that we don't have this kind of conversation with family. And when I speak all over the world and I share some of these stories, I'm appalled at the number of people, white, black, green, yellow, and purple, who are going through family trials because they didn't have the conversation while people were living to ensure that things were in order. I don't want to be one of those. I'm not going to be one of those. And I don't want you to be one of those. So I'm working on my annual report for my life as a part of the work that I've already done. We're hosting a mid-year meeting. I'll share the details in the link below. And all it is just a checkpoint, a touch point for mid-year, middle of the year, to help you look at every single area of your life and ask yourself the question, do your family know where your most important papers are? Have you made arrangements for life after? Yes, that life after that Zig Ziglar talks about when he shares with us so eloquently that you and I are going to be dead a lot longer than we live. Where are you going to spend eternity? But also, do your family know where your most important papers are when you're not here to tell them? All right, this is Ann's Wonderful Words of Wisdom on Wednesday, and I want to thank you for listening to me, but also I want to encourage you to take action. Take action, take action, take action, take action. Get that trust, get that will. And if you have any property, do not put it in a will. Everything that needs to change title must go into a trust, not a will. All right. These are Ann's Wonderful Words of Wisdom on Wednesday. You can connect with us by going to annmcneil.com. And a lot of this information is there, especially register with us for this Saturday, the 11th of July, 2027, between 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. Eastern Time. We are hosting our mid-year meeting, and your ticket will give you both annual meeting and the mid-year. You get two for the investment of one. And we do have a discount code if you register right away. All right, see you next time as a part of Ann's Wonderful Words of Wisdom. And remember, how do you start and run a successful mastermind group can set you free and your family free too. All right, see you next time. Remember to continue to think and grow richer and also niche to be richer. This is Ann McNeil, and I'll see you next Wednesday. Thank you. Have a great day.